When it comes to the greatest of all times, it's an imaginary conversation, which is always good to have, but you really can't compare eras because the further back you go, the more restrictive the rules get. But there's a few things that great players should always be judged on. That's winning, and also how other greats talk about you. And for LeBron James, when it comes to this GOAT conversation, the only knock he has is that other greats that played in his era do not necessarily have stories where they at some point couldn't get over on him. To the same degree, other greats in Jordan's era could not get past him. Just right here, listen to Reggie Miller and Vernon Maxwell, one NBA champion with the Houston Rockets. And of course, we all know what Reggie Miller is. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a major shit talker. And just listen to the way they talk about Michael Jordan. I'm not sure if LeBron James presents the same aura to his peers of his own era.
45 on us. Not that he wouldn't have scored 45 with me in the game, but shit, give me a chance in our building.
MJ threw 3 punches on the road and then get kicked out the game. That's crazy.
The next day, I got a 1-game suspension.
You got kicked out and a game suspension.
And he got 3 games. So why did he get 3 games then?
Right.
And
but
it wasn't
still
kicked
got to
out.
Stay in the game. Wow.
So they let him play the game, dissuspended him 3 games?
And then suspended him.
And that's how they did me at the San Francisco Pro-Am.
Come on, man. Because Mike's in town.
That's Mike, man. I thought you come in your town, all the bitches got
Hey, Mac said when Mike came to Houston, all his women started wearing
Here's the
DJ
thing.
jerseys.
Here's the thing, man. You would see these. You would see. You know, you go out to a club or whatever, bar or whatever, and you see these same chicks, real regular. You come to a Bulls game. It's like, why are you dressed like it's Sunday church, man?
You know saying, I told y'all about this.
Like,
shit. Mike come in your city. Them
cracking.
bitches coming out right.
man.
They thinking they finna get married or hit. One of them think they're gonna get hit by Mike. Mike ain't thinking about that. Mike coming out.
Of my whole career, one thing I wish or regret, and people will say, I wish I would have had more than one series versus that dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I would have won. We would have won. Probably not. But you're judged by
Those big wins.
I won a few battles.
Man,
he always won the wars. He's got 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we took him 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish we'd have had more. I wish I could have gone against him more.
He had a lot
Again, and I don't want people jumping on the internet. I'm not saying we would have beat them.
Just wanted
It
the
probably would
smoke.
have been the same thing.
Just wanted that smoke.
But man, I want to see.
Mm-hmm. Show
I
me.
got confidence. I want to see how I am versus that dude.
I'm going to do my thing, too.
I want to see how I am versus that dude. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for Max. There was no weaknesses. Try to force him left. You try to force him right. You try to top lock him. You try to hold. You try to be physical with him. I equate it to like this. It was like, and maybe this is how centers feel when they were going against Shaq. He was Shaq of shooting guards. I don't care. There was no way you could get around him in front of him. He was just too strong.
As a matter of fact, some of you fellas could look it up. There were seasons where Michael Jordan averaged 35 points per game, and I believe he had 100 steals and 100 blocks. He was like one of the top players with steals and blocks, like multiple seasons. I mean, if you want to see the footage, you could just look at the Knicks playoff series, him and Scottie Pippen. You would swear there were 2 power forwards the way they were tossing guys around.
And then he had a 48-inch vertical. So you were never blocking his shot.
I got a 50. Shit.
And he could stop on a dime, his handles, and then he held the ball like it was like an orange. So he's taunting you, holding the ball on your face, the tongue is all out and shit. And
look at that, the real Reggie Miller's coming out. Reggie's not really dick riding him or anything like that. He's not really jacking his style or anything. He's just admitting the truth. Like, yo, I'm nice, but fuck. He's nice, like, he's even better. Gotta give that man his props.
chewing the fucking gum and all that shit. And then he come down, and the black eyes are looking at you, and I'm looking right back at him. Yeah, motherfucker, I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And he's looking at you, and man, no weaknesses. None. Zero. I could look. I love tape. I'm watching. I'm always trying to find a tail, and I found a tail on everyone.
Not him.
I could not find a tail. Not one.
Damn.
Like, okay, if he goes left X amount of times, what is his percentages? Great. Right. Great. Step back. Great.
Greater.
Great. Rebounding. Great. Passing. Great. You can't punk him. I'm trying to find something. So it's almost like shit by committee. Derek McKee.
Come on.
I mean,
We got to get some help down this motherfucker. Come on now. Don't be here. I've been calling
I ain't too
motherfucker.
proud
Hey,
to
come
beg.
on. Come on now. This motherfucker.
I ain't
you
too
call.
proud to beg.
That's what I'm
man.
trying to
The
tell
toughest
you.
shot in basketball, which is the fadeaway, he shot that shit
I mean-
at a high clip. That's the toughest shot
And
in
you
basketball.
cannot
Get
block
to
it. You can't get it.
But see,
it's faded away and it's at 48 inches.
yeah, when he got to learn how to put his back to the basket and get in that post, that's when he got.
And
really,
then
it got crazy
he would
then.
do the
He get-
Elijah one.
Yeah, he get that.
He get
the
that.
shimmy
so
shake shit on you.
He
Oh,
gets you
Lord.
leaning.
Oh my goodness.
And him.
Yo, to see Vernon Maxwell talk like that, Vernon Maxwell is one of the biggest shit talkers in the NBA. This guy used to get into a ton of fights, man. These are not the kind of players, him and Reggie Miller, to be bigging up another player like that. So once again, are there any ego-driven great players of LeBron James's era that can just talk about him to this degree?
And maybe Max can attest to this. Pick and rolls. Don't let your big be one step too. He's splitting. And then
Look out.
Now it's up to Dale and Antonio. Good
Look out
luck.
below.
Good luck.
Hey, now he's your problem
Good
now.
luck. Good luck.
Somebody finna get banged on.
He's out of my
he's your
airspace.
problem now if he splits. But then when you would extend him to half court, he would get this shoulder
Down and
or
go
this
around.
shoulder, which way he was coming off, and get under the big, and then it's downhill. So now, if you're trailing, as shooting guards are, you got to get under, and then and on top of that, he can shoot. He can shoot.
They talked about it. I seen a lot of videos about his athleticism, but I seen the video recently when he got a tip ball and they passed to him. He went up on vertical on Charles Barkley. That shit was so bad. I'm like,
That's another thing that people don't understand. Not only could he's known for, the two-handed, but he could one leg too.
Yeah.
Either leg too.
yeah.
Either leg. Like it was, and be out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, smoking, drinking, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of that comes from the Isaiah Thomas years. See, Isaiah Thomas doesn't get a lot of credit in this whole Michael Jordan buildup because make no mistake about it, he is Jordan's #1 nemesis. Jordan, in the final 2 off seasons before he became champion, had to spend the whole summer regrouping with just the Detroit Pistons in mind, just knowing that he has to get past them in mind. And that's where you hear the stories of him just spending the whole offseason bulking up, adding about 10 to 5 pounds of muscle. A lot of the strength really comes from just knowing that he was going to take a severe beating from the Pistons.
Cracking.
It's going
Playing
down.
cards,
Yes, all this shit.
games at 7:30.
Sometimes he'll go play golf the same day he play.
Man, it's almost like he was trying to make it fair.
Let me go get a buzz and some heat strokes so you guys can have a chance tonight.
Man. Didn't have a tail, guys. And you hear it all the time. Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest? And all that between, him and LeBron. And I try to stay away from that because I went against LeBron his first year. He was a rookie. My last year. So I don't have no point of reference. But I will say LeBron has the greatest career.
I say that all the time.
He has the greatest career.
Right.
But Mike is the best.
Basketball player ever.
But LeBron has the greatest career. And I think why a lot of old heads want to dog out LeBron is because they were never as good as he is this late in their career.
Right.
And also, they didn't have the options that he had. That's the real resentment. They didn't have the options that he had. They didn't have the ability to just up and leave their team. That willingness to just up and leave your team and just take control of your career and collaborate with others is something that some of them perhaps never even thought of. But also, they didn't have the options to even do that. Again, keep in mind a lot of the older heads, they played in the early 90s, late 80s, and the NBA players all throughout the 80s for I believe about 7 years had fought the league to get the privilege of having free agency.
And they want to get on him for that.
Yeah.
LeBron at 22 years in, at 41, 40, whatever he is, and is about ready to be first or second team All NBA.
25, 8, and 8.
As old guys, they were never, call them all out.
Some of them wasn't this good in their prime.
That's the
Straight
thing.
up, they was.
Also, the league was much more physical. We got to keep that in mind. The rules are a lot different. The freedom of movement, the spacing on the court, also with a lot more global talent coming in, they took away a lot of the physicality out the game. Those enforcers that we used to see, those guys without any real skill as far as shooting and passing and being able to dribble the ball, they wouldn't really last as long in today's league.
Wasn't.
And for him to be this good, this long,
Incredible.
you got to say he has the greatest career.
By far.
But is he the best? That's greatest and best is two different things. And I think that's why old heads are getting it mixed up. And they don't want to give LeBron his due.
Yep, he deserved it.
It's a great point. Great point by Reggie Miller right here. One of the greatest careers LeBron James definitely does. And they could look at the way he's moving, the way he has his quote unquote entourage, I should say, because I'm going to compare it to the plays previously that came before him. They just had crews where they were just going to the club and getting a bunch of thotties. Meanwhile, LeBron's friends are running sports agencies, running a media company. One of them is even collaborating with possibly Sovereign Money to formulate their own league. Again, Reggie Miller saying LeBron's possibly had the greatest career. Yes, on the court and possibly even off of it.
Deserves that. I mean, we all wish we could be playing like him in year 22.
50,000
Shit,
points.
in any year, period.
I mean,
Crazy.
he's about ready to be on one of the all NBA teams.
So it is what it is. I got to say, I agree with Reggie Miller. LeBron James possibly had the greatest career, but Jordan, in a way, is the greatest player. And again, all this is really subjective because at the end of the day, you really can't compare eras. And there's definitely a Mount Rushmore as far as winners in the NBA. And when it comes to LeBron James, we really got to examine, he is the first of his own kind and perhaps is the most inspirational for not only his colleagues in the NBA, but for a lot of people in general on how to move around in life. It is what it is. You guys should definitely check out the link in the description below. I got more NBA stories like this. And until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.